This is Unnecessary Talk with Brian Sturges, and I am that Brian Sturges. To my left, engineer and Murano-trained master glass blower, Tim Hall, everybody.
Hey.
This episode is brought to you by the feature film Wall of Flesh, a vintage comedy. A faded musician and lovable curmudgeon must reassemble his motley band of misfits in order to provide for the spermatozoan that got away. Starring Brian Sturges, Kalila Harris, and Aaliyah Conley. Premieres 4/20 on Amazon, at Wall of Flesh Film, and wallofflesh.com.
That was so good.
Yeah, it was.
Tim, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. We have a special announcement here at Poor Life Choices Studios that Wall of Flesh, a vintage comedy, is an official selection at the Colorado International Cannabis and Hemp Film Festival. All right. Our special guest today, actor, improviser, NASA climate scientist, and the 1983 Miami, Florida Junior Tap Dancing champion, Dr. Josh Willis, everybody.
Hey, thanks for having me on, man.
You are welcome. How you been?
I'm good.
We're going to start off with a round of quick questions. You ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go.
Quick questions, yeah.
Steve Jobs or Mark Zuckerberg?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Nikola Tesla. If someone on a plane has a heart attack and they call out for a doctor, how would your work with frozen water help that man from dying?
It would not in the least. He would be a goner. I did take some CPR classes, but I'm not that good at it.
The audience might need some because this show is dying. Beep.
Oh, call 911. That's the first thing.
I take it by those sideburns you're planning on dying on a toilet.
I try every day.
This old house or the new Yankee workshop?
Oh, I don't know what either of those things are.
Really?
The Frugal Gourmet.
The Frugal Gourmet. Yeah.
You know what that is?
I've heard people say those words before.
So you've heard about
that
the
order?
effeminate cooking show, but not where the men wear flannels and work in wood? I got you.
Who wears flannels?
He had a beard. The Frugal Gourmet, didn't he?
He did have a beard.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hirsute.
That's worth every penny. When that prostitute overdosed in your hotel room in Reno, were you still able to pay with your choice hotel reward points?
Which prostitute was that?
When you absorbed your conjoined twin brother, Frankie, do you ever find yourself waking up in his fever dreams?
Homunculus. is what that's called.
Is that the right answer?
No.
Oh.
That's just what that is.
Yeah, I think I do.
This motherfucker says homunculus, and the doctor says yeah? All right, this is going very well. This is just more of a fun fact. Do you know that if you Google the word ICE, the first thing that comes up is the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency? On what website did you purchase your beautiful Asian wife? It's so easy to write these for you.
The University of Houston College admissions webpage.
.edu.
Yeah.
Damn it.
What? Oh my God.
I thought you wanted me to
Poor
sing
Life
com.
Choices is now hiring an engineer / sidekick. Send
Get
your
fired every week.
Wow.
If you could be any member of the A-Team, who would you be? John, Hannibal Smith, Templeton Peck, B.A. Baracus, or Howling Mad Murdoch?
Murdoch.
I hate to break it to you, but you're clearly Hunt Stockwell. You look like Robert Vaughn.
That's a deep pull.
Who was D.B. Cooper?
I don't know D.B. Cooper.
Remember the time you were arrested for PCP?
Nope.
Punching cops' penises?
Did I do that?
No? Just Google Dr. Josh Willis punching cops' penises. It'll pop
please
right up.
Don't Google that. Don't.
Other than steers and queers, what are 3 things Texas is known for? I have hats, big belt buckles, and the general racism towards the people whose land they stole.
I think those suffice. That pretty much sums it up.
Fair
Barbecue is pretty good there,
Barbecue.
too. Yeah.
Are you a dry rub or a wet rub?
Oh, wet rub, man.
Yeah.
You can't, no, dry rub, why?
That's more like a
Yeah.
St. Louis, right? What's the...
No, dry rub, it just sounds wrong. It doesn't sound, sounds
It's like
painful.
middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Chafing in my
Right.
in my 501s.
That's not right.
What Rams are better, the St. Louis Rams or the Los Angeles Rams?
The St. Louis Rams.
The answer, dynamic random access memory. That was quick questions, everybody.
Hey.
Quick questions. Quick questions.
Oh, a new theme. I love it.
BS with BS.
All right. Well, this is BS with BS. And we start every segment here with checking our blood pressure of our
God.
guests.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh, God.
Go ahead.
All right.
So far, everyone has been needed to go to 911. Everyone is dying.
Yeah, right. Don't tell my doctor about this. He just
When was the last time you went to the doctor?
He just refilled my prescriptions without me going. I felt like I got away with something.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You go to my guy in the van?
No. He's
Dr. Vinny Boombots? Throwback, anyone? My wife's been picked up so many times she grew handles. No? Do 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 202 over 133.
Wow.
God damn!
oh, seriously.
God damn!
Oh, my wife is gonna be so pissed.
202 over 133. Mississippi.
Did I
God damn.
win? Did I get the highest?
So far.
Yes.
You
I'm
won a
not dead
lifetime.
yet.
Of, yeah.
But it's coming soon.
Here I go. I'm pressing the button. Way too high. Hypertension stage 3. Hypertensive crisis.
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 You put me in crisis. You bring me on your show. You put me in crisis.
Yeah.
What kind of
Jeez,
show
look
is
at
this?
this scale.
Jesus. Wow.
Oof. That's high up there. It only goes to 220.
Oh my God. You're 18 points away from death. Wow.
I could keel over at any moment.
We care about our guests' health here. What's the name of the show? I almost called it Poor Life Choices, and I almost called it Unsuccessful Talk again. Don't worry. We'll get there. You actually work for NASA.
I do. I study global warming.
Tell us all about it.
I'm the lead scientist for this mission that measures sea level rise. And I also fly around in airplanes and look at Greenland.
Well, that's cool. On the taxpayer's dime? Or?
On the taxpayer's dime. That's right. Exactly. Every penny of it.
So
you're funding
if I
me.
were to have paid taxes, I should...
you should probably be very angry right now.
Can I just say how much I love the federal government and how that not only do I pay my taxes, I sometimes just,
Throw a little
something
extra
extra. Say, treat yourself to something special, like go to breakfast or whatever.
Send this guy to Greenland.
So you measure the... so basically, when I go to a bar,
Yeah.
these hipster bars,
Right.
and I ask for a whiskey on the rocks,
Right.
and they do the hipster thing where they put in a piece of ice this big.
Yeah. Right.
Now, I'm not a bright man. We can all agree.
That's right.
But what's up with the volume? So basically, you're studying when. So they pour a little bit of whiskey in there.
Yeah.
They put the 12 ounces of ice in the glass, and then it fills up.
That's right. Exactly.
So that's what you study.
Yeah, that big block of ice, that's just like Greenland. Greenland's got a big block of ice on top of it. It's melting because of global warming, and then it raises sea levels all around the world.
So it brings it.
Just like the whiskey in the glass, that's right. The Earth is heating up, and the air is heating up, and that melts some of the Greenland ice from the top. And then it turns out the oceans are heating up too, and that melts some of Greenland's ice from the bottom. And that's what my mission is about, oceans Greenland. Or
Just give yourself a shout out without permission.
I did. Should I go back and
Tim, scrub that motherfucking plug out.
We'll scrub it.
It's out. So we met at Second City
yeah.
in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And do you remember the first time we saw each other?
I do.
Who should tell the story? You're the guest. You want to tell the story?
Well, what I remember is that I looked at you and thought, oh, this must be the teacher. And you looked at me and thought the same thing
because we were the two old bastards in the
Exactly,
class.
that's right.
Everyone else was still had an umbilical cord coming out of their belly button.
children, babies.
Yeah.
I just wanted to shake them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Public service announcement. Shaking a baby is not acceptable. I was shookened. And just think, if you didn't sign up for that class like a decade ago, you wouldn't be a guest
Yeah.
on Unnecessary Talk with Brian
Wow.
Sturges. Also
Wow.
known as Unsuccessful Talk. You can Google either one. Neither one will come up. So
That's true. I tried it.
give it some time.
He is worth every penny.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
He is. So we met and we improvised and we fooled around. Well,
Yes, in the not the biblical sense.
no, someday.
Right.
Someday. Since the last time I saw you, you have grown some sideburns.
Yes. Yeah.
Could we go ahead and give your sideburns a
Yeah.
hello to camera?
Yeah.
Now, if I may, those are the sideburns that a man dreams of.
Oh.
They're beautiful. So we're going to take a moment here, and we're going to talk about some other people with famous sideburns.
Awesome.
Okay?
Famous sideburns.
Well, first we have to give shout out to General Burnside,
Oh, yes.
if we may.
He's the father.
He's the father of...
And the general.
He's
Yeah.
Dennis Hopper in Easy Rider.
Oh, yeah.
Remember those sideburns?
Wow.
Hold on. Let me work this
Oh,
out.
he should do that every time.
What the hell was that noise? I've heard some things come out of your
Tang.
face before.
Tang.
Whoa.
Firewater. Swamp water. Swamp water.
Is this a sound check?
I'm okay.
I don't know what's happening.
The
okay.
greatest feeling every week is deleting off the hard drives whatever we found.
Those are all from Easy Rider.
Tom Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Tom Jones? And those are quality sideburns.
Yeah.
This is, I got to tell you, this segment, killing it.
Yeah, this is good
Killing
stuff.
it. Liberace.
Oh.
Did he have sideburns?
He did. And I got to tell you, you could play Liberace.
Oh.
And it's not because of your truck stop habits. It's because you could look up Liberace. And, of course, we must finish with Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
No picture necessary.
No picture necessary. And because I know that you are a huge fan of his,
Oh.
I went ahead and fried you up a peanut butter and
my
banana
gosh.
sandwich. Now, you don't have to shove the entire sandwich in your gullet, but that's a fried peanut butter.
Wow.
I made that. The production staff, made that fresh for you this morning. Now, the problem is the bananas were purchased yesterday, and they didn't have time to go.
Well, thank you.
but-
Thank you very much.
So, could you? Let's just.
Oh, yeah.
This segment
Oh.
is a man who looks like Elvis eats a sandwich.
All right.
A man who looks like Elvis eats a sandwich.
Nice and cold. Room temperature.
Okay, that look on your face does not look like you're enjoying it. I've never. So how is? I mean,
so good.
how is the fried?
It's really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Would it be cool?
You want to try it?
I kind of do. Would that be cool?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, let's try. We can share the same thing. You're
Yeah,
clean. You're married. You have to worry about me.
I feel like I got a lot of it on my face.
No, you're perfectly
No?
clear, probably.
It's kind of good.
Yeah, right?
I'll refrain.
Oh.
All right, I'll try it.
You want a fresh one? Is that why?
No, it's not about that. I'm just not big on the mush.
Thank you. Oh, it's nice and mushy.
I mean, I'm like a texture guy, and I don't care for the texture of the.
I'm just going to make you hold it a little longer.
Okay.
I'm a texture guy. All right. When this show gets big enough to get like T-shirts, custom T-shirts made, and other things, that's going to be that's going to be your thing.
Oh, Brian's micro penis.
Hold Brian's micro penis. Why don't you hold that up to camera? Now, if I could
I
tell
think it
us,
looks better in profile, actually.
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, I'm not a grower or a shower. What do you call it when you're neither a grower or a shower? So the story behind that prosthetic micro penis is that your wife was kind enough to find, order that, and gift that to the movie Wall of Flesh, the vintage comedy.
Yeah, yeah.
So if perhaps you may or may not see Tommy Bruno's micro penis in the movie, just know that it wasn't my micro penis it's
Not your
much
micro penis.
smaller.
Yeah. It fit right over it.
Oh, by the way, the Smithsonian is considering sponsorship, so this is very
Really?
important.
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not that common, like for the balls to actually stick out farther than the head of the penis,
I've seen statues.
Yeah.
There's David over here, Ed.
Yeah.
How are you in comparison to that, Tim Hall?
Can I get a side view on that? It looks surprisingly familiar to me.
He's more of a texture guy. Well, while we're here, let's take a moment and talk about Unnecessary Talk mugs. This is an advertisement for the mugs. You can purchase the Unnecessary Talk mugs on unnecessarytalk.com.
.com.
They're on there, available in either red or black. Let's see how they work.
Yeah. Delivered the liquid perfectly.
It's some high quality mug here.
It's a high quality mug.
Yeah, it's a high quality mug.
Previously photographs.
Now, this was the first weekend we ever met. Now, that might
Yeah.
be the very either first day or second day we ever met.
Yeah. I remember the Australian guy taught us how to speak Australian.
Yeah, Tom, was that his name?
Yeah, I think so. Right.
You wrote and directed, you co-wrote and directed
co-wrote,
with...
co-directed a show about climate change with puppets and this guy.
And this guy, you cast me as Grizz,
the grizzly bear.
a grumpy...
Yep.
I don't know where you get the balls to cast me as a grumpy old what's what on the piano. And here's a picture of you performing in the show.
Yeah, that's my impression of you.
As Carbon.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty close. That was a blast.
Oh, that was so fun.
Remember the time you filmed me playing a hobo?
Oh.
So the Poor Life Choices theme, you actually took the photograph and we went out together and we filmed that. And
That was a great day. Yeah.
We made the graphic.
Yeah,
and
we angered some actual homeless people that day.
Yes. The grocery pisser.
Right. He still hates you.
Yes. Quick story. I was playing a homeless man, and a real homeless man saw it and was annoyed. So I went inside the house, and I brought out 2 bags of groceries, where he immediately urinated in the bags as though to teach me a lesson.
Did it work?
He did.
Yeah.
And, of course, you were in the movie Wall of Flesh, a vintage comedy, playing my best friend.
What a coincidence.
Oh, man. That was such a fun... I had a blast on that, you know. It was
You
just-
did a fantastic job.
It was so fun to just play with such amazingly talented people and watch you work as a director. It was really cool.
Oh, you mean fake it and die a little bit every day as I could see my money being thrown out the window by qualified individuals?
I thought that's what it meant to be a director.
Yeah, that's Ajna. I have me, Brian Sturges, on the left. We have Ted Reese. We have Shamar Philippe and Dr. Joshua Wallace on the right.
Yeah, with the fanny pack.
With the fanny pack.
Rocking the fanny pack.
And
Give
we'll
me
just
back
do-
my fanny pack.
Explain this picture to the audience.
Oh, he's so tiny.
Yeah, that's
Remember the time we went to North Korea?
Yeah,
and we
yeah,
performed?
yeah. Kim Jong-un, he gave us the full tour of his nuclear
Yeah,
facilities.
he loves comedy.
Yeah.
Most people think that he's a big grump. The sweetest guy.
Yeah.
Just real.
I mean,
real
yeah.
sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got the white savior outfit there.
You do look like you take old ladies' money every Sunday. And you look a little bit like a junior senator from Tennessee. A little bit like one of these guys who like you find at a truck stop and they're like,
Yeah.
He
Vote
just-
for me.
yeah, vote for
Yeah.
He was choking on a sandwich.
Yeah. Yes. Homemade blueberry jam? You know you do.
I hate to say this, but
How come you Houdini'd it the past couple of weeks?
I've been home working on my solo stuff since we're on hiatus.
We haven't played together since I had a 30-inch waist and you had a reason to live. I think it's safe to say we're past the hiatus point.
Well, we'd like to take a moment and do another advertisement, if we may, for the Wall of Flesh soundtrack, which your face is in front of, and you get to keep a copy of this.
Whoa!
We have 21 jazz fusion compositions and 2 bonus gospel tracks. These are real musicians. None of this, I use a beatbox to make music. Everybody on here is a real player. We have glockenspiel, we have trumpets, we have flugelhorns, we have accordion. I had to write a check to an accordion player last year.
It sounds like an Oktoberfest soundtrack.
Guess jokes, baby, guess jokes.
This week's jokes, because you're big fancy pants. You know what? You kind of look like a millionaire. I'm not gonna lie. You look like if the impoverished had draw like a cartoon of the people that are holding them down. You look a little bit, I could just see you in a tuxedo, maybe a top hat made of fine beaver pelt, a cane.
I'm cartoon 1%.
Yes, you are.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You know global warming is real when the chickens start laying hard-boiled eggs.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Wow. If you meet a woman, start talking about global warming. It's a real icebreaker.
Go!
Hey. Global warming is so bad that the bees are starting to take off their yellow jackets.
Only in America do we prefer to listen to the weather forecast from a groundhog instead of an idiot leftist scientist.
Hey-o.
What's the difference between a horse and the weather? One is rained up while the other rains down.
Oh. These are classy.
Yeah,
that's good.
Thanks, Google. What's the difference between weather and climate? You can't weather a tree, but you can climb it.
That's pretty good,
That's my
actually.
favorite one so far. That's great. All right, here we go.
Well, not to go political.
The president says he's finally going to start fighting global warming by sending 30,000 troops to the sun.
Hey-o.
That'll do it. Ooh, God, you gave me a novel.
Yeah, this one's, I kind of want to see if you can pull it off.
Yeah. How many climate skeptics does it take to change a light bulb? We need more research to answer this question. How much time is needed for this research? Well, we'll also need to do research to find out how much time will be needed for this research.
You did a great job.
That's beautiful.
What do you call it when it rains chickens and ducks? Foul weather.
Oh, because they're birds.
You like that one?
Yeah, I do. Why did the blonde go in the rain with an open purse? Because she heard there will be some change in the weather. Change in the weather. There's going to be change in the weather.
I did love how bad they are. It just brings me joy.
Did you hear about the cow that got sucked up in a tornado? It was an utter disaster.
Oh.
What do you call an old picture of an iceberg?
What?
A Polaroid.
They could have done something else with that, don't you think?
That could have gone a little
With the roid part,
yeah,
I mean.
dirty.
That was jokes. I'm going to go ahead and look at camera 9, and I want you to give us your general social medias, gigs, and upcoming whatnots.
Oh, well, you can find me just by Googling Climate Elvis. Remember the sideburns? Yes, remember the sideburns. And you can find my Facebook page at facebook.com/Climate Elvis. And also check out me and my writing production partner's YouTube channel, Irrelevant Banditos. I know it's a whole lot of syllables. Write it down, Irrelevant Banditos, some funny stuff. I think you'll like it.
And what about if you want to find out more information about your project, OMG?
Right, I do still work for NASA. You can go to omg.jpl.nasa.gov and learn all about the mission. There's also
/ wasted tax money.
yes,
Yep.
yeah. There's also, if you click on the gallery, there's lots of great pictures and videos that you can use and download. And
Or people could just look up porn.
yeah, but this is like ice porn, you know? It's like, oh wow, look at that glacier. Ooh, ah.
Well, this was another successful episode of Unnecessary Talk with Brian Sturges, not to be confused with the podcast Unsuccessful Talk with Brian Sturges. I'd like to give a big thank you to our engineer and production coordinator, Tim Hall, everybody.
Hey, you're welcome.
Owner, operator of 1192 Studios in Westlake Village, California. Check him out at TimothyHallMusic.com. You can also find my FBI's Most Wanted page. Just go to FBI.com. We really need to work on the extensions of the website.
I will. I got some time. Will we film it next week?
I'll let you know. This is Brian Sturges with Unnecessary Talk, and we'll see you when we see you. Great job, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Want to make out a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Unnecessary talk with Brian Sturges.